Hello and welcome to this nutrition lesson. Today we're going to be talking about breakfast, and my name is Marlene Beachy. I don't know how many of you eat breakfast, but I know sometimes our mornings are so busy that it's really tempting to skip breakfast. And if you do that, then about 10 o'clock you're hungry. And if you don't eat then by lunchtime you're just really, really hungry. And then it's really hard to eat enough without overeating. So I would encourage you to eat at least something for breakfast. And I know even though it's so busy, if you have a standard breakfast, that can really simplify things. It simplifies the shopping and the logistics, and it simplifies your morning routine. You know what you're going to serve, you know what to put on the table. Everyone knows what to expect. You're not trying to make a decision early in the morning, and most likely you have the things on hand because you knew what you were going to eat for breakfast. It's a routine thing. You've got your pantry stock. You've had it on the shopping list. It's just easy to have a standard breakfast or two that you can go to. Here's some ideas of what you could have for a breakfast. You could do cooked oatmeal with a banana and maybe some almond milk or soy milk or dairy milk, cow's milk. Add a little bit of cinnamon and raisins. When you're eating breakfast, I would encourage you to try to include at least 3 food groups and make sure that one of those food groups is a fruit or a vegetable. So in this particular breakfast, the oatmeal would be the grain group, the banana is the fruit group, and then the almond milk, although it's not dairy, it would be considered in the dairy group because it is supplying calcium and as well as some protein. And that's the main function of the dairy group, is to supply calcium as well as a little bit of protein. And then if you add cinnamon and raisins, you're adding in cinnamon, and that's a spice. And spices are so good for you. We're finding out more and more and more about the benefits of herbs and spices. And so in any way you can add herbs and spices into your meals, do it. It's a wonderful addition and a great support for your health. And then if we add raisins, that's another fruit. And raisins are so good. They add a lot of fiber into your diet as well. And if you're eating the oatmeal, that is a whole grain. It's a whole plant food. So that's an excellent choice. Plus it's gluten-free. If some of you are sensitive to gluten, that's a wonderful choice for you. Another idea would be an egg, which would be the protein group, and toast, which would be the grain group, and an orange, which would be the fruit group. One thing to consider is that our bodies become depleted of vitamin C throughout the day. Your body does not store vitamin C, and vitamin C is very important for a strong immune system. So one thing, if you could add this into your breakfast, it's very good, is to add a citrus fruit to your breakfast routine. That way every day you would be getting some vitamin C right at the beginning of the day to take you through the day. So some fruits that you could add into your breakfast that would give you some good sources of vitamin C would be grapefruit, oranges, lemon juice and water, strawberries. Those are some really good sources. If you choose to drink a fruit juice, I would encourage you to dilute it in half with half water and maybe drink that fruit juice in the morning, a little fruit juice with some water in the morning, and then maybe again around 4 o'clock in the afternoon as part of your snack. And the reason that I suggest around 4 o'clock is that around 4 o'clock our metabolisms have been on the go all day, and they tend to need a little bit of replenishing right around 4. And so at 4 o'clock, if you can boost your vitamin C load at that point, that's a really healthy thing to support your body with. Another thing you could add in, egg is your protein, toast is your grain, is a green smoothie. That would be an excellent addition into your breakfast meal. You'd be adding vegetables into breakfast, and vegetables are probably the hardest thing for me to add into a breakfast meal. But I find that when I do, I feel really good on that. So I would encourage you to try that if you can, or maybe you'll have another creative way of adding in a vegetable. Another idea is to toast a piece of bread. It's actually easier for your body to digest bread as toast rather than untoasted. So if you like toast, toast it. It's really good for you. So a piece of toast, And you could spread some mashed avocado on it and top it with tomato and a little bit of salt and some pepper. That is a wonderful breakfast. You're getting a grain group with a toast. The avocado gives you some really good fats, and it's a vegetable. The tomato is a vegetable. And then if you add into that a glass of milk, you've got your dairy group, whether it's almond milk or soy milk or cow's milk or goat's milk. There you'd have three groups. I actually have four fingers up here because the tomato and the avocado, those are both vegetables. So it would be toast and tomatoes and avocados, and then your dairy group. Excellent. You have your all three food groups there. There are some things that you could do on the weekend to make your breakfast throughout the week a little easier, and that would be you could make a big batch of muffins. Make sure they're low sugar and low fat. Again, we were talking about you can substitute unsweetened applesauce or mashed white beans for the oil that would be called for in a muffin recipe. You can cut the sugar in half on any recipe that you're using, and it won't affect it. It might affect the flavor a little bit, but if you start with the full amount and then maybe reduce it to 3/4, and then the next time reduce it to half, you can gradually decrease the amount of sugar that you feel like you need in that recipe to be satisfied with what you're baking. You could make pancakes and freeze them, and then when breakfast comes, you can pull them out and toast them in the toaster or stick them in the oven. You could do a burrito on weekends, do many burritos and freeze them individually. Then you could pull one of those out. Probably need to thaw a little bit the night before, or just put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then in the morning you could bake it in the oven. So if you have any ideas on breakfast that you really enjoy, that you would like to share on the Facebook group page, please do. It's really fun to hear different ideas and be creative with breakfast. I love having a standard breakfast personally. I just love getting up, knowing what I'm going to eat. So think about that. And again, remember, eat a wide variety of food every day from every food group in moderation, focusing on vegetables and whole plant foods. Post your questions, your concerns, your ideas, and your interests. And until we meet again, happy, healthy eating to you and your household.